don't know if you're willing to share, but have any of you guys had a panic attack or feel like you've had a panic attack before?
I have. And I think I've spoken about it on the podcast, haven't I? I think I've mentioned it.
Maybe.
In an episode. I can't
but definitely,
remember.
if you're comfortable to share again.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to. I was at home. I was feeling pretty panicky and pretty stressed and upset. And I had a shower because I thought, a shower will make me feel better. Showers always make me feel better. And the stress and panic, I have a feeling at the time I was thinking about my relationship, and I had this thing in my head of like, I'm not good enough for my partner, so who I'm still with, so turns out I was. But I remember at the time thinking I wasn't good enough for her and all this kind of stuff.
She's in the next room. We could bring her and ask her.
Finally get an answer.
Yeah. Not to put you on the spot, but
and my breath was shortening. I started to get really hot even though I was in the shower, but it was like a weird kind of hot, like sweating while underneath the water, and getting tingles in my fingers. I remember being a really strong thing, getting sort of faint as well, and then just sort of, and crying and getting really, and then it sort of goes really hazy, but I collapsed. And the next thing I remember is our golden retriever coming in and kind of helping me. Like the golden retriever kind of noticed and was like tapping on the glass. Weirdly, while I'm saying this, I'm feeling some of those symptoms really strong. Like I'm starting to get a little bit sweaty. And I remember just being so like out of breath and exhausted, and physically it was such a physical thing. It went from being normal tears to being like, oh my God, I'm having a heart attack or something here. Because I just have I was spasming and collapsed, and then hugged the dog for about half an hour or something. And then the next thing I sort of remember in my memory is that I must have called Mum, and she came home from work to help. And then I think Hugh, you got me into a psychologist pretty quickly. And then, and she told me some things which really helped. But it was a terrifyingly physical thing. I knew afterwards what it was, but at the time it was like having a heart attack or something here. Yeah.
And thank you for for talking that through. I think that's actually a really amazing example of what a panic attack is, and really kind of coming back to that idea that it is such a physiological response, and it feels very distinctive from just feeling anxious or just feeling worried. Yeah, it certainly feels like it could have started there, but then it became something else. Like it was familiar, and then it became very unfamiliar pretty quickly.